Hello everyone, and we've got a new arrival at the arcade tonight. As the title suggests, it's the Evercade Alpha. I've already got a VS Founders Edition and an original Evercade handheld, so I'm wanting to play some more of these games on it, so let's take a look. Here we go. Evercade Alpha Street Fighter 2 Edition. Looking very nice. We'll just do a very quick tour. Don't want to bore you too much just with looking at the outside of the cabinet. Very tidy, very solid. Strong MDF. I need to get a better place for it. This stool is a bit not the most stable thing in the world, but let's have a quick look at the controls. The joystick is a bit looser than the arcade one-up machines, so be aware of that. These are all easy to swap out if you want some proper Sanwa joysticks or anything like. These buttons, they're very light touch. They work well. I've got no complaints. They work fine for me. I'm used to light touch buttons, but for some people it may not suit them. You've got start, select and coin and menu, and you get this marquee artwork by default. Let me just switch out for the other two that come with it and give you a look. So the second piece of artwork that you get with this is Street Fighter Alpha. Very nice. One thing I have noticed with these is it does tend to sag slightly compared to the original. So if you let it go, so you might need something to kind of hold it in place. Maybe something like a bit of blue tack on the back or something. I don't know. I'll have to look for some solution there. Very nice. Let's look at the other piece of artwork. And there we've got Street Fighter Alpha 2. I may even end up using one of these just to make it a bit different, because this is one of the whole reasons I bought this, is to play the Alpha series and just get more use out of my Evercade cartridges. I really like the form factor. Just quickly slip a cart in, play the built-in games. A lot of fun. So let's just show you down here. You've got the two cartridge slots. You've got the on and off button, which has got a nice satisfying push to it. You've got the audio. You have to keep clicking. It gets pretty loud. You can't hold it. It will do nothing. You just have to keep clicking. Let me turn it right up so you can hear how loud it is when this intro comes back on. The sound's pretty good. I was quite quietly impressed with it, to be honest. For a small little unit, it kind of punches above its weight. I mean, I don't know how it comes out on the video, but you're not going to struggle for sound on this one. And then, I don't know if you can see it under there, there's a little headphone jack if you want to plug your headphones in. And there's two USB ports if you want to put another controller in as well. Let's turn this back down. Right, let's get on to the interface and playing some games. Okay, right, let's go back to the main menu. We won't spend too much long on this, just to show you the game menu first. So you've got quick save options, save load, controls to show you the controls. Display settings, you get more in these in the main menu, but you can change scan lines, aspect ratio. I don't think it really needs the scan lines, to be honest, because the size of the screen is smaller and it's really nice and bright. The scan lines tend to darken it quite a bit, so just bear that in mind. We'll check that later on. Reset and quit. So let's go back to the main menu. We'll have a quick look around. So here's your main icons on the left. You've got the built-in games with the A. So we'll quickly test each of these in a moment. So you've got Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition, one of my favourites. Street Fighter Alpha, Alpha 2, and Alpha 3. And Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo and Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo. Nice puzzle game to add a bit of variety. Now, Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition even has dip switch settings. in its menu. So you can change the difficulty, free play, not that it matters, but difficulty is the main one. For all the other built-in games, you've got no dip switch settings for some reason, and for Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, you could really do that with those on there because it's pretty fast, pretty difficult, and I think a lot of people will struggle with it. So maybe one day Evercade will, Blaze will add it. I don't know. It would be a nice addition though. Let's just show. So you've got a save, you can play your last save. Coin limit, if you really want to restrict yourself to a certain amount of credits, you can do that. I don't know why you just can't say, I'm not going to use more than 1 credit. Competition mode, so you can have like a 1cc challenge. I might use that sometimes. Edit the controls, so it just allows you to, we won't do it now, but it allows you to map a controller, and I'll talk a bit about that later. Reset game, reset high scores, and that's pretty much it. Got some more information on the controls there. So going on to the cartridge slot on the left there, this shows what you've got plugged in at the moment, and I've got, as it says on the top left, Toplan Arcade 3, Technos Arcade 1, 15 games. Now you can hop swap these at any time, just take them out of the cartridge slot, and I'll just show you here, look. Let's take this one out, I don't know which one it is, might be Technos. That has now vanished. And I'll pop it back in. Loads up instantly. Now there's an eject button at the bottom here. You can use that if you like, you don't have to. I think it's if you just want to clear the games from a certain cart, you don't want them look, on your screen. But you could just take the cart out, so very nice. You can sort all these by title, release date. These all thankfully seem to have dip switch settings, which is nice. It just seems to be the inbuilt games which are hit or miss. So on here, this little star icon, it's like Evercade news things. You can unlock hidden games. Your little library icon. So every time you insert a new cartridge, it remembers. So I've got 17 cartridges. I can't believe there's 80 cartridges in Evercade now. It's crazy. And you've got news down here as well, or you can browse any of the total collection. You can manually add a cart as well if you don't want to put them all in manually. If you borrowed one from someone and then wanted to remove it later on because it's not technically yours, I don't know if there's a way to do that. I haven't noticed. Settings on the cog icon. So we'll really skim through these. Display. You can change the aspect ratio. Don't go full screen. Why would you do it? I'll just leave it on original. Scan lines. Again, they darken the screen. Probably not really needed. I think I left it on last time. Let's turn that off. Bezels. If you want a different theme to bezel, you can have those. Dynamic rate control. I'm guessing that's dynamic frame rate to kind of help with performance or something. I'll just leave it disabled. Demo mode, yep. I think it's just the inbuilt games. I've never noticed it play the cartridge games. Intro video, an alternate intro. I've not tried the classic one. And scan lines on the main menu. Theme, there's a few different themes, light, dark, Street Fighter. I'm happy with what it's at. Now the sound thing, just to mention, I've turned these down a bit so it's not bursting your eardrums. These are mainly the background menus. One thing of note, when you turn the Evercade on, the intro is really loud and there's no way to turn it down with the remote control, the sound on the front. You have to turn this menu down, but then it's a bit of a faff because then you have to turn it back up to get your game sound. So if Evercade Blaze can add an extra menu option here for the intro to turn that down, because you can have the unit on quiet and then you turn it on if it's like later at night, it's like wakes the house up. So that'd be a nice change. Network, your Wi-Fi to connect it to get updates. Accessibility, high contrast mode, things like that. Languages, several European languages in there even. You can have a look at that if you want to know if yours is on there. System, resetting the system, checking for updates. I think mine's got the latest, forcing a patch, that sort of thing, mapping a controller, you know what's going to be in there. Legal, which no one will read ever. Credits and secret if you want to enter a secret code to get little free games they give out. And that's it. Pretty straightforward. So let's quickly whip through the built-in games. We won't spend long, and then we'll try a couple of Evercade carts just to show how nice they look on there. Okay, let's have a quick round on Championship Edition. I'll bump the sound up so you can hear what it sounds like in all its glory. Select to start. Okay, let me just nudge this up a bit because I don't want the camera focusing on my hands rather than the gameplay. It sounds really good. As I said before, surprisingly powerful. I mean, you're not going to get super bass, but what it is, sounds pretty good. Really nice. Okay, let's go on to the next game. Okay, Street Fighter Alpha. Turbo, normal. I'll show you the scan lines in a second. I remember playing this on the original PlayStation some years back, telling you that much. I get my ass handed to me. Not taking no prisoners today, is it, Charlie? Ah! Come on, let's have another round. Warm up. Just while I remember, let's change the display settings. We'll put subtle scan lines on so you can see the difference. You'll notice the darkness. Probably unnecessary. Display's nice and colourful. Yes, you eat that to the face, Charlie. Okay, I'll switch to the heavy scan lines. See what these look like. Strong. You'll notice it's even darker. And then we'll go back to the no scan line look. I can get a breather. Okay, you get over there. Alright. Let's go back to no scan lines. Look how much it lightens up. You don't really need it. I don't know how this is going to look in edit, because you might be nearer to the screen than I am, but from where you're playing, you certainly don't need scan lines really. Okay. So this is Street Fighter Alpha 2. The screen looks awesome. It's lovely, nice colours to it. Because of the small size as well, it's still a nice size. I mean, there's my hand. It's still a chunky size, especially when you're sitting this close. I think this is going to be one of my favourites. I'm enjoying this. Oh God, it's Charlie again. I'm getting flashbacks, like PTSD.
Round one, fight!
But we won't spend ages, but you get the point. Now, before we go on to Alpha 3, just take a notice of how loud the game is. I think Alpha 3, for some reason, is not as loud. At least the sound effects. Revenge, Charlie, is a sweet dish, my friend. Don't speak too soon. You know what happens, Darren, when you get cocky? It never ends well. I love how you can block in the air. Boom, there we go. Plays lovely, no complaints whatsoever. Joystick feels fine, you just have to get used to a bit of the looser feeling. And then we've got Street Fighter Alpha 3. The screen's, I keep going on about the screen, but it's really nice, really good colours.
Street Fighter Alpha 3!
Street Fighter Alpha 3!
Select your character.
I'm only going Ken so you see the difference between the games.
Select your fighting style.
Different fighting styles on this one. Don't know much about it, but let's go with Turbo. Now see if you notice it being a bit quieter, sound effects wise. I know some arcade games are like that unless you turn the bass volume up in the dip switch settings. Another reason why these need dip switches.
You can't give it up.
So I've not just touched the volume. Now is it just me or is that quiet compared to the others? Not so much the audio, but definitely the sound effects. Come on, I can't lose to Dan. Well, if I play like that. Yeah, it's definitely quieter, I think. I mean, you can bump the sound up, but then it's just everything's going to be louder. So that's max sound now, look. It's still a bit muted, sound effects wise. So that should be a lot louder for that special. You need face down. Get out of here. Right. There we go. Plays lovely though. Just the sound volume seems a bit down. Probably a ROM issue. Okay, then we've got Super Street Fighter 2. Iconic intro. Just look at this, guys. It just looks beautiful, doesn't it? The colours. When the camera's not misbehaving. Cameras don't like these intros. Very nice. Now, this one is difficult and fast. This is where you need the dip switches. Because even on the first character, it's an uphill struggle. The speed is not so bad, it's more the difficulty. Although I'll say that now, I'm not doing too bad. But bearing in mind, this is the first character. If you get Fei Long or someone, then, you know, good luck. I think he gets turbocharged in the second round, for some reason. lulls you in and then destroys you. Look at this. You're telling me that's the same character? It's like his evil twin. Yeah, it's definitely, because it spoils the game a bit. I've heard about this being notoriously hard, or some versions of it. I don't know if it's the US version or European. But, you know, first character, pretty difficult. I mean, I'm not playing the best here, but a lot of people may struggle with that, so just bear that in mind. Needs dip switches, Blaze. Okay, Super Puzzle Fighter 2, and I've got to turn this down because for some reason this one is like the opposite of Alpha 3, it seems really loud. So this is just kind of like I don't really want to call it Tetris because it isn't, but that style of kind of puzzle game. I'm sure most people will be familiar with this game already. It's a good fun game. Breaks things up a bit between all the other fighters. So I'm not going to teach you how to suck eggs, but, you know, just give you a quick demo. Just playing against the computer. If you could get another control pad on here to play against someone, that would be fun. So you just got to match all the colours up. Don't ask me what the rules are, I just know if I get stuff next to other stuff, it disappears. That's as much of a guide as you're going to get from me on this one. And the stuff you make vanish goes over to their side in these little numbered coloured blocks to annoy them immensely. But you kind of get the idea. It's a fun game. Especially if you get on high difficulties and the computer can be quite fiendish. Also, I'm doing the best job here, to be fair. I'm just building bigger and bigger chunks. You'll see it'll land on their side now. So if you want to break up with your wife or something, you can play her with this, play her at this, and you know, have a nice divorce. So let's move on. So at this point, guys, we've covered the inbuilt games. I'm just going to have a look at a couple of games on a couple of the Evercade cartridges, and we'll swap to another card to show you that as well. Try some Batsugun Special Edition. This is just to show you a little, you know, taster of how other games look on here, how they play, different sort of games as well, a couple of shmups. So this is Batsugun Special Edition, which is really nice. Get the sound cranked up. The colours are beautiful on this. I don't know how well it's going to come on camera. Sometimes some of the ships can look a bit whited out on camera, but in person they look great. Really crisp, nice dimensions. Sounds good. This thing was built for shoot 'em ups. They play really nicely on it. That's the nice one I'm playing. So you get the idea. Plays really lovely. Okay, let's show you some Truxton 2, another shmup. This is a really nice looking one. Good soundtrack as well. Difficult though, but they all play really nicely. Sound is awesome. Come on camera, behave yourself. Really nice vibrant screen. Again, sound effects, top notch. This one really ramps up, it starts to get very difficult pretty quick. Look at this for a smart bomb. Now that is a smart bomb. No messing around. Let's get some more laser power. I mean, on the joystick, you'll notice ever such a slight dead zone as you're just starting to move. But when you're playing on games like this, it just feels really responsive. No problem. Okay. Let's check something else out. So I'm just going to swap out a couple of carts here. I'll leave it on there. You can kind of see both things then. So if I swap these out, I'll do one at a time. I don't want to overload it. So I'm going to stick in the Data East cartridge and Gilco. Never quite sure how you pronounce that, but let's put those ones in. Again, because the unit's so solid, it's quite easy to press them in. Let's get you readjusted. So as you can see there, we've got Data East Arcade 1, Gilco Arcade 1, so I just wanted to put these ones in because I just want to show you a bit of variety. So let's try some Sly Spy. Even I remember this in the arcade. It was an early one back then. So I think this is where this system's going to shine. These arcade games built for these sort of controls. Hey, James Bond's got nothing on this. Sly Spy.
Welcome, agent.
Oh, it's got to be, hasn't it? Really? I mean, let's be original. I remember this. It used to get down from the parachute. Sometimes I'd survive to the ground and then die soon after because you ran out of credits. You're like, Mum, Dad, can I have some more credits? No. Got some more money? No. Yeah, no practice on this guy, so this isn't to be judged. Okay. Deploy the parachute. Okay, so we can jump. But, you know, looks great. Plays really nicely. Am I supposed to get in? But you get the point. Plays really well, just like the arcades. Looks beautiful on here. The arcade controls work really good.
Great job.
Great job. Oh, you've even got the obligatory chasing bike scene as well. But let's try another final kart and then we'll call it a day. So the last kart I want to try is World Rally. Let's see how a arcade racing game performs on here. Better than you may think. It's really handles really nicely. I think this is what this is all about. Come on, camera, focus, will you? Let's get started. I'm going to go with easy. Let's not tempt fate. Play Ronaldo.
Ready?
It's only one button. There's no brakes in this game, so you're just easing off. I love the sound, it sounds really good. Really easy to get into, very moorish, especially when you're skidding. I'll tell you what, it's even fun flipping it. It just plays really well, works really well on the joystick. Just one button, simplicity, fun, 360s. Hey, it's a new kind of rally. It's trick rally, okay. You got to test the bumpers. Look at that, guys. You're telling me this isn't fun? This is awesome. Let's just try one more track.
Ready?
Stage 2. We're in the dirt, in the mud. I don't know if it handles differently. It may do. It might feel a bit. It feels a bit skiddier, I think, which makes sense. No, it is a rally game. Bit of water. Collide with the bridge. Did me no harm, don't worry. Tough crew. Right, bit left. I love the engine sounds. This is awesome, guys. If you haven't got this game for the Evercade, get it. It's such good fun. What the hell was that? We're just going to put this building on the track. Don't mind, do you? Nah, sure. Crikey, that was a time exceeded. I did hit a building, to be fair. I didn't think I was that late, though. Very moorish, fun, trying to beat your time. But that just goes to show just how fun, varied this little system is with playing your Evercade carts on. Okay, so there's one last thing I want to mention, guys, before we call this a day, is you can use your own control pads on this. I've tried a PS4 controller, worked absolutely fine. I didn't have to remap anything. I did notice it can only map your shoulder buttons for the extra buttons. You can't do the trigger buttons. It doesn't seem to recognize them for some reason, or it didn't with mine. And I had a Hori Fight Stick, arcade stick as well. That seemed to have problems. It mapped some keys, some buttons, but one, it wouldn't turn left. I couldn't move left with the joystick. I could go right. The interface worked. I could navigate all around here fine, so I know it's not the joystick. If I tried to press left in any of the games on the Evercade carts or the inbuilt ones, it wouldn't recognize a left signal. And just to show you, I think we're going to have to go into one of the games and just show you in here. So if you go to edit controls, you map through like this. You've only got those 6 buttons. There's nothing to set the joystick if that's not working, or the movement. So yeah, that's a bit of an issue. So just bear that in mind, that things like an official Xbox pad, PS4 pad should be fine. Maybe not all fight sticks work. I'm going to try and do some research on that to see what the issue is, but you know, it's a pretty recognizable, common joystick brand, so it should be working really. But other than that little niggle, really enjoying this. It's a really nice little system. Not the cheapest in the world, but I'm going to have a lot of fun with my Evercade collection on it. So, and there we have it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I haven't shrunk. I'm just getting the Alpha in the shot in the background there. So yeah, really nice little unit. Solid, plays well. I'm really looking forward to playing my Evercade collection on it. Need to get a proper unit or something for it to sit on though. But yeah, excellent. So as always, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed and you want to see more arcade PC game content, please subscribe to the channel. There'll be plenty more to come. So take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye for now.